Hey guys, it's Jake FPR Geek here and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are doing a player review around the superstar from Real Madrid, the young superstar Vinicius Jr, the Brazilian left winger. He's 86 rated, he's got some amazing stats in game, so I'm really looking forward to trying him out. Let's just go through his player data. He's 5'9", high medium work rates, which is decent for an attacker. He's right-footed with the 5-star skill moves and the quite nice 4-star weak foot as well, which is really cool. So yeah, base stats look really nice, but let's get into his player details. He can only play on the left wing, which is kind of annoying, but obviously that's where he does play in real life, so it's understandable. Left wing and left mid. Obviously really good links, Brazilian, La Liga, Real Madrid, all really good links, so great for squad building. And then let's go into his attributes now. So he's got absolutely crazy stats across the board, to be honest. Really nice pace, obviously. That 95 acceleration and sprint speed is really nice. Really good finishing. 84 finishing is very high for a winger. He's got, decent passing stats. Nothing to, shout home about, but decent passing stats. Crazy dribbling stats. 94 agility, 89 ball control, 92 dribbling. Some really nice stats then, and some decent stamina as well to partner with all of that. So yeah, that's really nice. And then let's go into his traits. He's got flair, speed dribbler, all important outside foot shot, and the technical dribbler as well. All really nice stats there for Vinicius Jr. Okay, so let's get into the clips now. As you can see there, I did play 10 games with him. I scored 2 goals and only got 4 assists. So that's terrible stats really for a winger. But I was mainly playing him in the right attacking midfield spot. I did play up striker a few games as well. So they're not the worst stats in the world, but definitely for someone of Vinicius Jr.'s caliber, you would expect a lot more return from him, especially at the 200,000 coin price tag he's going for at the moment. But yeah, I did play him, yeah, as I said, in the 4-2-3-1. I used the Deadeye chemistry style on him, just to get his passing up a bit, and then obviously his shooting as well, because his pace and dribbling stats are high already, so you don't really need to up those. Obviously, if the dribbling's around that 85 mark, you'd probably want to put a finisher on him to get his dribbling up, but his dribbling's obviously 90, you don't really need to up that. So that's why I went with the Deadeye chemistry style, and I said I played him mainly as that right attacking mid position, which I do think his best position is on the right in that formation for sure. If you play another formation like the 4-3-3s, play him on the right wing. If you're playing 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, I would say striker, right striker would be his best position, potentially cam as well. But yeah, let's get into his pros now. So his pros would be, first off his dribbling is really nice. It's really high. I think in game it didn't feel crazy. Like I used Nkunku, I feel like he's better at dribbling than him. I used the recent Danjuma card that I've just got, and I feel like his dribbling is much better than this Vinicius Jr card, and his dribbling stats 4 stats higher. So I found that quite surprising, but it's still a pro. It's obviously still very nice, his dribbling. Passing actually felt better than his 74 stat, which is the first for this card, because everything else seems worse, but his passing actually was pretty decent. I had no worries about his passing. Obviously the 5-star skills and the 4-star weak foot, that's a massive pro. Having that weak foot is so important in this year's FIFA, and then obviously the 5-star skills are a lot of fun to use as well. But yeah, that's pretty decent. And then his pace is the last pro, which is also going to kind of be a con at the same time. So although it is a pro, I don't feel like I felt 95. It felt more like 85 at times, to maybe pushing up towards 90 at times, but there were certain times where I had centre backs just catching me up instantly, and I had players that's a lot slower than him, out, but like Nkunku for example here, like he just feels faster than Vinny, which is really weird. But yeah, obviously his strength is going to be a con. I mean, that's pretty much a con for every winger I review or every attacker, unless it's, Fekir obviously had really good strength. It's very rare to find an attacker with good strength, especially if they're fast and agile, which is obviously always going to be the meta in FIFA. Obviously the meta has changed, it's shifted towards bigger players like Haaland and Nunez, but if I'm reviewing anyone, who's skillful winger, they're gonna, the strength is gonna be a con. But actually his strength wasn't like that bad. I never thought he was like too weak basically. So yeah, it is a con, but it's not something you have to worry about. Obviously speaking about his acceleration, which is his other con, yeah, I just feel like it was really weird. Just weird. He just, didn't feel that 95 acceleration, which is really strange. He felt a bit like clunky as well on the ball than he than I thought he would be. Like last FIFA, he was literally one of my favourite players. I had his 87 rated Player of the Month card, I think it was, and it was insane. And this card feels considerably worse than that, even though it's basically the same card if you're kind of comparing it. But yeah, so that was pretty shocking. And then his shooting has to be the next con. I found that incredibly inconsistent. His shot power, I don't know what's the shot power. The shot power just felt, you know, nothing. 76, so yeah, it was quite low there. But yeah, so I don't know. I think overall he just didn't feel like his stats showed, but he still was a very good player. I think if you've got loads of coins, he'd be a really nice like squad player to have. But if you're trying to, you know, you got like that like 250k and you want to put all your coins into a player, I don't think I would recommend you buying Vinicius Jr. even though his stats look incredible. He's not someone I would recommend using. Give him a 9 just because he's got the 5 skill moves, foster weak foot. He's a very fun, fast, agile player, but as I said, doesn't live up to those stats exactly. Value for coins, I'll give a 7 just because of all the reasons I've given you guys. I just feel he's not really worth the coins. There's much better options out there for much cheaper. For sure, like even Zaha on the right attacking mid, I preferred Zaha to Vinicius Jr, which is crazy because Zaha's, you know, a few thousand coins, and Vinicius Jr is 200 plus. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. So yeah, he's around that 230k coins mark at the moment, which is obviously a lot of coins, which is why his value for coins is low. And so I have given him an overall rating of 7.8, which is a lot lower than I did expect Vinicius Jr to be. I thought he would be, you know, one of my favourite players I've used so far. He's actually one of the worst players I've reviewed, which is kind of crazy just considering his stats look so good and it just doesn't translate in game, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I'd still say he's FUT Champs ready. Obviously, he's still going to be a great player to use, but as I said, more of like a squad player that, you know, he can do it, do the job really well, just not someone who's going to need to stand out in your team every single game. So yeah, that is the Vinicius Jr player review. Let me know your thoughts on him if you've had the same experience as me. Maybe I need to give him another go, but just the 10 games I used him in, he was very underwhelming for his stats. So let me know in the comments and let me know which player you'd like me to review next. Don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe and the bell notification. You get notified when my videos go live, and I'll catch you next one.